All right, so we're in our S780. What we're going to talk about first is we're going to talk about work setup. We're going to be using our Gen 4 Command Center. One of the features of the Gen 4 Command Center is the ability to have a unified setup. So when we start our setup, we're going to simply start on the bottom left-hand corner. We're going to push our setup button, which brings us into work setup. Work setup is divided into three categories: location, equipment, and our work summary. So first we're going to start off with location. So once we open up location, the first thing we see is our client. So when we get ready to input a client, if our client is not listed, we push edit client. We push add new. We're going to call this test 1. And we simply push OK. We see the test 1 client has been added. We select it. We go down to farm. Process is the same. Add new farm. Test 1 for the farm name. Press save. Now you're going to see that it's now linked to the test 1 farm and the test 1 client. We're going to do the same thing with field. Add new field. This will be test 1 for the field name. So once we get there, we see that the new field has now been created in test 1 client, in that field, and in the farm. Simply press save. So now we're going to see client, farm, and field. We simply push OK. From there, we're going to go to our equipment setup. So from equipment setup, you're going to see whatever piece of equipment is that we're on. Since we're on a combine, it's going to pre-populate that combine information. So we simply push combine. We'll see our serial number pop up, and it won't let us change the profile name because it is a combine. For our GPS offsets, these should pre-populate. There's no reason we should have to change those. And for the header, it's going to give us our lateral offset, our work point, and our connection point. Now, we don't have a header connected, so we can put anything we want in here at this point. Once we connect a header to our single point connection, then our header information will populate here as well. Now, as far as header settings go, this would bring us right into our header setup to run our automatic header. We'll talk more about automatic header here in just a few minutes. We simply push OK on our equipment. The next thing we're going to look at is our work summary. So for as far as work summary goes, our type is going to be harvest. We select our crop, our variety, and our harvesting units. Now, one of the things that we can adjust is the type because that information is pre-populated because it knows we're in a combine. As far as crop goes, we simply touch where the crop is, and it's going to have us look for all crop types. So let's say we want to swap it to soybean. We go down to the bottom, we simply select soybean and press OK. As far as the variety goes, we touch right next to it. It gives us two options. One is if we're going to use our variety locator map. Our variety locator map will come from planting data that's been acquired through my John Deere and from a piece of John Deere planting equipment. If we don't have variety locator, one of the things we're going to do is go to single variety. We simply touch the box here. If we see our varieties listed, so if we have a setup file that's been uploaded from my John Deere, the varieties will populate here. If you don't have varieties, we simply push add variety at the bottom, and we can call it 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gives us a good idea of just a normal variety. If we need to go back and edit that name, we simply push the pencil. We can edit that name. Or if we enter one in error, we can simply push the trash can and remove it. So once we select the one that we want, we simply push OK. Variety pops up here, and select OK again. For our harvesting units, you have options of bushels, hundredweight, pounds, tons, sacks, and barrels. 90% of our applications are always going to be in bushels. If you're cutting rice, a lot of times guys would like to see hundredweight measures. Like I said, a lot of times these are going to be our top two. Go to bushels, simply push OK. So that's completed our work setup.